Alcohol is such a normalized part of today's society that the negative effects really aren't talked about enough. We have a very powerful alcohol industry with powerful lobbying ability, and we also have health professionals that partake in alcohol. This adds up to alcohol being a very accepted part of our lifestyle. Kia ora team, Brad here. Now I want to take a break from watching the surfing here on Mount Maunganui Beach to have a serious chat about alcohol and the effect it might be having on your life and your running. Now I'm sure you're aware of the fact alcohol isn't great for you, and it definitely doesn't help optimize performance. Now these consequences can have an even a more serious effect for runners and other athletes. Alcohol negatively affects your heart health, your bone health, your ability to recover. It hampers sleep. It decreases your balance and coordination, and that's not going to be very good on the trails. Lowers testosterone, decreases muscle strength. It decreases your ability to train effectively and increases your chance of injury. The myth that you can just sweat it out after a big day of drinking or a big night of drinking the next day with a run is simply dumb and dangerous. The more you consume, the worse the effects on your entire system. Your digestive system is going to produce more acid. Your HRV will drop and your resting heart rate will rise. If you want to know a little bit more about HRV, make sure that you check out Coach Dan's video that he did earlier. In fact, one study showed that if you have one standard drink, it's going to raise your resting heart rate by 5 beats. Your HRV can drop with overtraining, sickness, and also alcohol. Alcohol literally ruins your training gains. So team, here's my top running and alcohol tips. 1, aim for at least 3 to 6 alcohol-free days a week. 2, try to remember the best amount of alcohol to drink is probably none. 3, thinking that red wine is good for your heart is a little bit of an industry myth. The resveratrol within red wine, to have a real benefit, you'd need to drink probably around 10 to 14 litres of red wine. And by then, I think the negative effects would probably outweigh the positive. 4, try and go alcohol-free for up to 28 days before a really important race. I promise you, you will notice the performance improvements. Now, over the past few years, I've really decreased my alcohol consumption and really noticed a difference. Now, when I was younger and my kids were young, I used to drink every night. I would have a glass of red wine to help deal with the stress of raising small kids. But you've got to be really careful that that kind of behavior doesn't become a habit. I'm much happier now and training way better with drinking far less alcohol. Now, one little trick that I do use if I do go out for a drink with the boys, I tend to get a 0 alcohol beer and just pour it into a glass. No one even knows that I'm not really drinking. And if someone has an issue with your drinking, that's not your issue, it's theirs. Be authentic with your training goals. Don't let alcohol ruin those training gains. Ask yourself the question, is alcohol holding you back? I'm gonna get back to watching some of these surfers. So please, get out there, earn your miles, champion compassion, look at your alcohol use, and I look forward to catching up with you on the next video.